Hi friends, I'm Erica from the marketing department. I'm here with the very elusive Jason. He's one of our keepers. If you watched our Facebook Live about Nikolai the tiger, Jason's the one that scared Nikolai away that day.
That's not true.
It's true. It's true. Jason's up here with the Markhor. So we want to introduce you also to Lisa. The Markhor are the goats on the back side of the hill up here by the tigers, and I think a lot of people might just walk by and not really see them.
And they're the coolest animals up here.
They're the cool. We're going to introduce you to the coolest animals up here. So let's flip this around because you're going to take us into the Markhor.
Yes, we're going to go in there and we'll watch Lisa do some training with
Now,
them.
I changed into closed-toed shoes because then Lisa said if something happens, hide behind Jason. So you're my protector.
Right.
Did you know you're protecting
I did not. I'll open up and I'll just have you guys walk inside.
Okay, so we're going right in. So this is one of the few animals at the zoo you can go in with because we usually do protected contact. We need to say hi to our Instagram folks too.
That's correct. And then we'll walk over there and we'll get in position.
I'm just doing what Lisa said. I am sticking by you because these guys have some horns.
They do have some horns. They each have their own personality. So this one coming up here is Dash. He's probably the friendliest one.
Okay.
And yeah, he likes to check things out, see if we have any food.
And we do, so Dash doesn't need to be too anxious. Oh, they're all hiding up there.
Yeah, they're all waiting. Once Lisa comes in, they'll all come down and they'll get into
Is Lisa their favorite?
Lisa's probably their favorite.
Of course she is, right?
And then we'll come back over here.
Okay. So we are inside the Markhor exhibit. Now tell us a little bit about this species.
So, in the wild, these guys are found around the Himalayas. They're
Dash is coming.
They're 5 years old. We got them when they're about 4 years old from the Bronx Zoo. So they all have the same father, but different mothers. So we have Dash.
And then who's
the
this
one
right here?
That's Asia. He's the most dominant one. He can be kind of pushy.
Okay, and then that one coming down the hill.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's Asia.
So that's it. So this one is what I have to keep my eye on.
Yeah,
this
him's the one.
Pushy.
Yeah, he likes to get in your face. The one behind him is Dusty.
Over this way, Dusty.
Oh,
this way, Dusty.
That way is Farrah. Directly behind him is Dusty.
Okay. It's hard to keep them straight.
They
How do you
are.
guys keep them straight?
Just working with them.
You get to know them.
You get to know them. But as they're getting bigger, they're getting kind of harder to see.
I've loved watching their horns grow over their time here. It's been amazing because when I got here, they were so little. So what's Lisa going to do? Should we?
So Lisa's going to do like cooperative training. So each one has their own station. They'll go to it. They have their little own colored plaques that they'll go and they'll stand by, and then she'll do different behaviors with them.
And everyone said Lisa's the Markhor whisperer. She can train all four at the same time. So should we call Lisa in?
It's pretty impressive, yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you call Lisa because I don't know.
All right, Lisa.
That's it. Just
That's
all right,
it.
Lisa.
That's all right. They're all waiting for her.
I thought you had some like secret keeper code or something you were going to share. So here comes Lisa. Now Lisa, she's worked in a lot of areas: African savanna, elephants. Jason also has worked with elephants. You've trained in Asian Highlands too.
Asian Highlands as well, yes.
Okay, so they all know their color.
They do. And Asia knows his spot.
Asia spots up on the log?
Yes.
I like it. They all just come around. They know it's time.
They do know it's time.
Okay, so she's going to ask for various behaviors from
Yeah.
them.
So like the stick is our target stick. So that's just basically they'll touch it with their nose. Basically, we should be able to just lead them wherever we want with the target stick.
So she does all four at the same time, don't
Yep.
they? How come they don't get anxious? Like my turn, my food. My food.
It's good training. So the station training is what it all started with, where we just do like 2 at a time. Just get them they have their own colors and shapes. They get used to, I stand by this, I'm going to get a treat. So they know eventually you just work up to 4.
Now this little guy way in the back, he seems really patient.
That is Dusty. Dusty's kind of that, he'd be like the cool guy that, he's too cool to really do much.
For school.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll make her come to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or then, yeah,
so
Dash is the friendly one. Farrah's kind of the quiet, shy one.
And then the guy closest to me is the aggressive one? Okay,
No, the little one,
this one.
he's the friendliest one.
Okay.
He wants to check you out and
good.
sniff you.
It's amazing to watch. Good turn. Lee, these are the Markhor goats, and they're like an Asian animal. That's why they're kind of back here by our Asian Highlands exhibit.
Yep, and this is normal size for them. So they're
full grown then?
Yeah, Asia's about 180. They can get up to 240 in the wild, but for zoos, this is pretty much typical size for males. Females are a little smaller and have narrower horns.
Narrower horns. Now, will their horns continue to grow, or are the
Yes.
horns kind of topped out?
They'll continue to grow. You can see sometimes they'll break the tips off them, but they'll throughout their lives just keep adding spirals to them.
Wow.
So,
Now, do they rub them on things like elephants in their tusks, or not really? They
kind
don't
of.
like trim them and things.
They don't trim them. They do like to get branches between them and just go to town shaking them and rubbing them on that way. But as far as like to file it down, not really. It's more just to play with.
Now, I've walked up this South Hill before and have really seen these guys clocking heads into each other. Tell us about what that behavior is.
So with these guys, since there's no females around, it's mainly just play. If they were in the wild, they would be knocking heads
For the
as a way to
ladies,
compete
right?
for their ladies. But it's just play. They'll just bang heads on each other and just kind of establish their dominance, their little pecking order.
So they're not being aggressive. They just want everyone to know who's in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Normally, when you see them doing it, their tails will be wagging. They're just playing.
It's so cool when you see it. They drew a huge crowd at one of our Zubru events because they were just putting on such a show up here. It does give me a headache to watch it.
It does. They don't get quite the force that like bighorn sheep get, but they do can knock heads pretty
You
good.
can sure hear it.
Yeah.
Man.
And what she's doing now is just trying to train them for ejections, so that we can just walk up to them, stick them with a needle. If we need to do trim hooves.
Trim hooves. Trim
Yes.
5 times faster.
Or
Now, so training them for injections, all the reasons we do these training things are, of course, to offer really great health care. Because if we can draw blood or give them the medicines they need with their participation, it's safer for you guys and safer for the animals. So that touch that you saw her do, you guys still do the same, even if it is an injection, right? You say touch, and then they're used
touch.
to it and they get the treats.
Yeah, so it's just a way that they'll touch, and then they know they're gonna feel the needle when we do touch them.
Now, some of these training sessions too, you guys have practiced with them just having extra people in here, because sometimes just something different in their environment can throw them.
Yeah, when we first got these guys, they were really skittish. They ran away from us, but 4 years later, this is what we're able to do. Just coming in with them, being around them, just starting simple.
That's amazing.
It's the target stick.
Yep,
you touch it, you
your
get
nose
food.
on it. They're also well behaved. This isn't like toddlers at all.
No, it's not.
That's how I compare everything. This is like a toddler. Tails wagging like a dog. They love tree time. Well, when we were gathering out there, kind of talking through what you guys were about to do, they saw you guys. They saw the treats. They knew it was time.
Oh
to
yeah,
work.
they know the routine. They know when we come in here, we're gonna train them a little bit, and they're gonna get their goodies.
Okay, so there he hopped off the log, so she made him get back up there.
Yep. I said Asia's kind of the more pushy one.
Yeah, well, good for Asia, right? You
That's
gotta
why
assert yourself sometimes.
That's why he's the biggest one.
And they're also yeah, there you go. They're also pretty agile, though, right?
Yeah.
As a species.
Yeah, Asia, you'll see a lot of times he'll climb up on the spools and he'll get up on his back legs to eat the leaves off the trees.
Oh, very cool. Also, nice little problem solver.
Yeah. Yeah, he will problem solve for food.
That's pretty cool. And who wouldn't, really? Asia's really behaving himself, though.
He is.
So can they all do the same behaviors, then? Is everybody kind of equal in there?
Yeah, like I said, Dusty's kind of the last to learn the behaviors, just because he's still a little skittish.
Yeah.
But he's coming along too, so it's just a matter of time, just repetition and practice.
And do they live in mountainous regions then,
Yes.
in the Himalayas?
Yeah, so they'll be up on cliffs and rocks, and sometimes you'll see these guys. They'll parkour off things.
Now, Connie wants a reminder on their names. I know there's Dusty and Asia and Dash.
So So
do this one.
This closest one to us is Dash.
And the one on the log's Asia.
The one on the left is Farah, and then the one on the right is Dusty. So Farah's the smallest one, and Dash is a little bit bigger, and then Dusty and Asia are kind of similar looking.
They're named
as well.
after like towns.
Towns in
the region,
yes.
Right? They are gorgeous. So Lisa, how'd they do today?
They did so good.
Do they get
Proud of
do
them.
they get thumbs up for their big debut?
Oh, they did good. It took us a week of practicing. with extra strangers.
To have
in
these
here.
scary.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear one of the keepers did an impersonation on me.
She did.
So I need to track Holly down and have her
Miss
do
Holly
it.
Peterson. Ooh, that beard. Yeah. Oh, those curly horns.
I've asked all those questions except the beard question. That's a good one.
So yeah, it was good. It was very good. We even played your voice.
You did? Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait for the reenactment. But they do have quite a nice beard. But the females do too, right?
No.
Oh, so just these. So these
Yeah.
are for males, and only the males grow the beards.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
you know to attract the mate. You know,
Yeah,
nice
you
big,
got to look virile.
big bushy beard.
Sure, I get that. And then, how endangered are they in the wild? Do we?
These guys are endangered. They get poached a lot, obviously, for their horns and their pelts,
Yeah.
and then also habitat loss as well.
And that beard. They want that beard, huh?
Yep.
What else do you guys want us to know about Markhor? We have not really showed them off before. You guys
guys
are the
are-
most interesting animals up here.
They are just their personalities. They don't make goat noises.
There's no goat. They don't. Meh.
No, they
Is that-
don't do that. No,
You've disillusioned all of us today.
no, they actually
Ruined
don't do
Wednesday.
that. They'll
Do they have any sounds?
when they're startled, they'll make kind of a sound.
That was good. That was
But other than that, they don't really make much noise.
Now,
It's more just posturing. If they're excited, their back hair will raise up.
Oh, they have hackles.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
Now,
they'll kind of start walking sideways.
when he tried to get under the log there, he kind of bent his wrists forward, almost reminded me of our warthogs. Is
Yep.
that? Do they have the calluses then on the front, and that's just or was that just the way he got down that
They
time?
have some, not as much, but I mean
Okay.
they'll get down on their knees for something tasty.
Lee wants to know if their beards are soft.
They are pretty soft.
Do you get to groom them or?
We
comb their
don't
beard?
groom them, but we can feel them every once in a while. But they won't let us braid them or anything.
Now braid them. No ribbons, nothing like
No
that.
ribbons,
Oh, no
no.
barrettes.
No,
Oh,
no
come on.
beads.
Well, anybody who has spent time on this South Hill watching them has probably just really fallen in love with them. Amy said she loved watching them when she was here the last couple times. Now, Lisa, when you have 2 seconds, I just have a training question for you. Because they tell me you're kind of the Markhor whisperer. So how long does it take him to learn some of these behaviors? And try to talk into this microphone.
Talk over here.
Talk right up to my neck would be good.
It takes a while. It's hard to judge because I'm working all 4 at the same
Yeah.
time. So if we only have one keeper coming up here, that's why we started stationing them.
Uh-huh.
So it takes a lot longer than if I was one-on-one with them. This turn behavior, I've been working with Dash for probably 20 sessions.
Oh my
at
gosh.
least. Like elephants learn in 15 to 20 sessions of behavior.
Wow.
So, yeah.
It's unusual to have one keeper do 4 animals because you guys usually will split the animals up when I've seen training sessions.
Yeah. With the orangutans, we'll sometimes do two animals to one person, but it's kind of an extra challenge for a keeper to be able to
Have your
to
focus
balance
everywhere.
them all and have them stay at their stations and stuff. So it's a little challenge for me and it's a challenge for them. So
I
it's
love
really
it. Now they're all guarding the gate, so we have to get through that gate to exit, and they're all staring me down.
Yes.
So are they just going to kind of let us? You told me to stay behind Jason. Jason's my protector, so
So I'll give them some hay over here.
okay.
And then it'll clear the way for you.
Okay, Lisa, Markhor Whisperer, thank you so much for letting us crash into your session. We'll keep rolling while we walk out so people can see their behavior.
Dash is checking for food.
Well, I do that too. I keep going back to the fridge thinking something new is going to be in there. It never is. So he's doing the same thing. Okay, so she's going to give him some hay, and then they'll be distracted enough to let us sneak out. I don't want to get near
Yes.
those horns. Do you guys do hoof trims on them?
Not yet. That's what we're working. working
Okay,
up
so
towards.
you will eventually do that. Because I
Yes.
know we've shown giraffe hoof trims, and you do elephant foot care. We've done
Yes.
that video before, which is very cool. If you haven't seen an elephant pedicure, scroll back through all of our Facebook Lives. They're very neat. They don't appear to have hairy legs much, Lee. She wondered if they had long hair on their legs. But
They just kind of have like the
kind of have
fringe on the.
little fringe.
yep,
little
on the
leg
upper
fringe.
legs.
They're very handsome. So Asia's kind of the alpha up here in this
He is.
group.
He'll go around and he'll displace everybody.
Stir the pot.
Yeah, he's very particular about what he likes to eat the good parts of the hay, so he'll just go around all the bowls and push everybody out and eat what he wants and then go
He's
on to the
kind of a
next
big
one.
meanie then.
Yeah.
I love, it's so fun to hear about each of their unique personalities though. And you guys spend so much time with them that it's,
Nope.
a lot of people, oh, don't come near me with those horns. Okay, so they have their hay. You can see them at their individual areas. As soon as we get the go-ahead, we'll follow Jason out the gate.
Yep, you can come this way.
I'm just gonna stay right here. I didn't even wear pink pants or anything today to try to,
There.
stay mellow. We're not taking you.
Now you can kind of see his back here raising up.
Now Amy's curious how heavy their horns are. Do you have any way of? Oh yeah, his hackles are up, huh?
Yep.
He doesn't love us being this close to his hay. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. Isn't that kind of cool? But they don't shed the horns; they just keep growing and growing.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Horns they don't shed. Antlers shed.
Okay. Horns don't
I'm not sure how. I would think
They look heavy. Okay.
like a full-grown at the end of their life, it'd probably be probably about 5 pounds, I would imagine, per horn.
Okay, well, we got through the scary part, so we'll just give them their last treats. They get some tree branches.
Yeah.
Lisa's taking good care of them over
Yeah,
there.
these guys in the wild they'll eat leaves and grasses. So leaves are always a favorite.
Oh,
Yeah,
they like that.
Yeah.
Amy, no, they don't shed them. Their horns, antlers shed, horns don't. That's what we learned today.
Yes.
Lee's loving this because she never knew about this species before, so we've had lots of good information. They like, what kind of branches are these?
These are elm branches.
Oh, okay. Is that their fave? They got really
They
interested in that.
do. These guys will eat pretty much anything. Since they are the goat family, they'll eat a lot.
They just kind of graze all day, huh?
Yeah, and then
Graze and fight.
yeah, or play, and then
Play.
when the leaves fall out of the trees, they'll just eat all. They'll spend all day eating leaves off the ground.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we're going to you see Lisa off there in the distance. Jason, thanks so much for
Oh,
being
thank
our
you.
protector. Oh, he's getting close. Thanks for being our protector. We're going to flip this around and say, don't forget to come check these guys out. They're up on the South Hill by the Tigers. Say hi to the Markhor. Thanks, guys. We'll see ya.